Hey guys, Coach Justin here with your at-home workout of the day for Tuesday, August 11th. Our prep for today, we're going to start with some ankle grabs, so stretching out the quads. Start with your feet together, grab your ankle, pull that knee back, open up the hip flexor, open up the quad on that same side leg, come out of it briefly, and then repeat. Right. You don't have to stay balanced. If you want to be by a wall to help with your balance, you can do that as well. Do your 8 reps, switch sides, 8 reps on the other side. Next, we're going to do a heel pull. So kind of getting ourselves into a standing figure 4. Grab your heel, grab your ankle, pull up, open up that hip, come out of it briefly, and repeat again. Give it a good pull up. Try not to get your knee too involved. So if your knee is hurting, don't rotate out so much. Give it more of an angled pull, which leads into our third movement, which we're also going to do for 8 reps on each side. Grab your knee, pull up and out towards your armpit and come out of it briefly. Repeat, big pull. You might feel a little bit of pinching. If you want to avoid that, come outwards a little bit more with your knee and hip. 8 reps on each side for that. Finally, we're going to get our glute medius active here, getting into a star plank position. So bend your knees with your feet together. Come up into a side plank from your knees and elbow. Open up the knees, hold that position there. We're going to hold that for 15 seconds. Come on down, switch over to the other side, and you're going to do 15 seconds on the other side. We're going to go through those 4 movements for 3 rounds, and that's your prep for today. All right, our strength for today, we're going to start with a pendulum lunge. So at home, if you've got 2 dumbbells, you can use 2. If you've got 1, you're going to hold it in, let's start with our right hand, and our right leg is the one that's moving. So we're going to go back into a reverse lunge, tap the knee down, and then come forward into a forward lunge, tap the knee down. So going back and forth between a reverse and forward lunge until you've done 10 total. So 5 forward, 5 backwards. Then you're going to switch hands and repeat the same with the other leg. Alternating forward, backwards until you've done 5 each. Right? So there's our pendulum lunge. Next, you can do this slider lateral lunge with or without a weight. So if you've got a disc on your carpet at home or a towel on your hard floor, you're going to have 1 foot on the slider, 1 foot planted firmly on the ground, and you're going to reach that foot out, but keep your weight over top of your planted foot. Reach out, get a good stretch in your adductor here. Push through this leg and pull with this leg to bring yourself back upright. And then repeat. Your center of mass stays over top of this foot, pulling with this leg, pushing through the ground with this one. All right, so you're going to do that for 10 reps on your left, turn around and do 10 reps on the other side. Finally, a dumbbell dead bug. So you're going to lay yourself on the ground, grab onto the dumbbell. You can interlock your fingers and grab the dumbbell handle, bring your knees up, drive that lower back into the ground. Make sure your core stays braced and you don't allow your ribs to flare out, so it stays that way. As you lower the dumbbell and lower 1 foot, working super hard through the core here, and then lower the dumbbell and lower your opposite leg. But don't touch. Nothing touches the ground when you're in that full extension. You're going to do that for 8 reps on each side. We're going to go through those 3 movements for 4 sets, and that's your strength for today. All right, our Metcon for today, we've got work and rest intervals of 40 seconds of work and 20 seconds of rest. But don't worry, there's also a full movement that is also rest the whole way through. Okay, so I'll get to that shortly. Our first movement, we're going to start with 20 seconds per hand, so 40 seconds in total, of a suitcase march. So you're going to have the dumbbell in one hand, going up and down with each knee, alternating sides, bracing tight through the core. The object here is not to be all loose with the way we're swaying. The goal is to keep a straight line from your head, your spine, through your hips, through to the ground. Each time you raise your leg, bracing hard, working hard through the core. After 20 seconds, switch sides. 20 seconds on the other side. Okay. So that is our first work interval of 40 seconds. Then we get 20 seconds of rest. Our second work interval, we're going to be performing a toe touch. So you can use your dumbbell if you like, or you can just use your fingertips, but you're going to have your toes straight up, knees straight, and curl up towards your toes, come back down. Your lower back never leaves the ground, so we're not doing a full-on sit-up, but you're crunching through the abdomen to reach up towards your toes. So 40 seconds of work there, followed by 20 seconds of rest. Our third working interval, we're gonna be doing a Russian kettlebell or dumbbell swing. If you got a kettlebell, you can use that. If you got a dumbbell, goes between the legs and thighs, driving up aggressively to stand up tall through the hips. Use gravity to guide the dumbbell or kettlebell in between the legs, and then use the momentum to fire through again. So 40 seconds there, followed by 20 seconds of rest. Finally, our fourth interval, we're gonna be doing mountain climbers from your hands and feet. Just here, nice and tight through the core. Drive your knee towards your wrist. Replace that foot, switch sides and repeat. Try to have minimal motion through your upper body. So you're gonna do that for 40 seconds, followed by 20 seconds of rest, followed by your fifth interval, 40 seconds rest, followed by 20 seconds rest of that fifth interval. So in total, you do get a minute 20 there at the end of each round. We're gonna repeat that for 3 rounds, all the way from top to bottom. And that's your Metcon for today.